Hi guys, how are you doing? I wish you a beautiful good morning. Today I want to talk about a topic which actually blew my mind away. I always knew that dogs are great animals, but I didn't know that dogs actually have such great physical tasks. And what we do here is I show you the 7 most incredible aspects that I could find about dogs and the biggest difference from dogs to humans. First of all, start with the human eyes. We do have 3 different color receptors in our eyes. That means that we can produce 10 million different colors in our brain. The interesting thing is that women sometimes have 4 color receptors in their eyes. This means that they can see even more colors than men. The resume is that humans are total visual type of animals. We create our reality to a very, very big part from our visuals. Second, listening is really not a strength of human and primates. Primates even heard a little better than humans. We have lost this ability in times of evolution process. But what we have is we have a very good speech center in our brain, which gives us the ability to hear small sound differences. And dogs and cats almost hear as good as we do. At some point they hear even better, but more to that later. The interesting thing is that dogs and cats do not have this speech center in their brain, and so they cannot hear the difference between small differences in our voices. Resume is that we have to talk clearly to our dogs, and especially in a EVAR voice, okay? With a EVAR height or depth of our voice. The third thing is that humans do not have a really good sense of smell. Well, what actually means not really good. It's really, really bad compared to all other animals except for birds. I do not want to compare humans with birds or with dogs, but if you have a dog in your household, you should definitely know that your dog smells way better than you. The reason for that is that our brain center for the smell got really, really, really tiny. Scientists argue that this might be, they're not for 100% sure. The reason for that is that we have 3 receptors in our eyes. So we have the ability to see much, much better, and we have a real big sensory center and C center in our brain. And when this center grows, our smell center got tinier, because it looks like that our brain has a special amount of information that it can work with and that it can handle. Yes, now to the 4th information, and now we come to our dogs. I already mentioned that dogs do not really see very well, but they see like almost as much as we do, but they see just black and white. This is because they have just 2 sensory cells in their brain. This is the reason. I don't know if you had made that experience, but I always wondered why dogs are not interested into watching television. But when I heard of that, for me it was clear, because the dog well, actually has not the ability to see it very good. And the second thing is that the dog might get hurt by the cheap sounds they have, because dogs hear some frequencies better than we do. If I say frequencies, this means and higher. They are able to hear higher voices than actually we do, and our television might produce sounds which can hurt our dog's ears. Back to the relevant thing, dogs do not like television because they see just two colors. And what I found interesting was that dogs can see way better in the dark. Dogs have those special eyes. This is this thing when you drive with a car across a dog, you can see their eyes lighting in the dark. This reflection is ability of their eyes that they can see better at night. Now to the most incredible thing for me, I couldn't believe it. Dogs are able to smell cancer. Isn't that incredible? They are able to smell cancer. So I hope I can teach this to Abby. Actually, I can imagine how it works. I'm sure I know how it works. But you need a person and maybe some example smells from ill people. And I don't know how to get that. But maybe I will get this chance and teach that to Abby. Maybe I can show you how to do that. I would love to do that. They are not just only able to smell cancer. They are also able to smell epilepsy. What means... They can smell epilepsy, yes. So they know that before the ill person actually knows it. So the dog can, if he is trained to it, can make a noise if he smells that the owner gets epileptical. Then somebody will come and can give him medicine to prevent that. This is also a great task, Abby. I would love if you could do that. And well, if those dogs are able to smell illnesses, then they are definitely able to smell the difference between two people. Well, everybody knows that because of dogs from the Red Cross, for example. But the interesting thing is that in the Netherlands, the police has started, and also in Hungary, police has started to train people to absorb a special smell from the crime scene. So the dog gets the smell example, and after that, when the police actually found suspicious people, the dog can smell if this person was at the place of crime at this day or at this moment. I think this is an incredible opportunity. This is actually unbelievable. Now I come to the sixth incredible aspect of our dogs. I don't know if you have ever looked closer to your dog's nose. So this is called the rhinarium. This rhinarium, which is next to the open holes from the dog where he smells into, has a lot of pressure and temperature measurements. So if the dog is outside and the wind comes, let's assume from this direction, the dog knows automatically, because of his nose, it's usually wet. If not, you should go to the doctor with your dog. And because of this wet nose and the wind is coming, the dog knows from which direction he has to go, because they smell most of the time. So the wind comes from here, the dog will usually go to this side, okay? To this side. Sorry. And yes, well, so much to their nose. There's also one special thing that you might know about dogs' noses, Evisits, is dogs do have a connection from to their nose to their mouth. So I can show you. Wait a second. It's up to there. Okay. Thank you. Good girl. So they have this connection in between here, and this gives the dog the ability to smell even better. And they also, if they eat something, this connection helps them to smell the food even when they're chewing, because, well, they smell that good. They know because of the smell if it's still healthy and if it's good for them. Now we come to the sixth aspect. Dogs know pretty fast that people are more visually than the smell-orientated animals. Dogs know how to handle that. They know that we can see better than we smell. The incredible thing is, as I already mentioned, is that dogs are able to smell illnesses from people. But what we can conclude is that dogs are also able to smell our feelings. What? They know how we feel because they smell it? So that would mean that if when my girlfriend comes and she is sitting in the car and she opens the door from the car and Abby is out there waiting for Karen, she would already know how my girlfriend feels at that moment. Wow. This is really incredible. I mean, there are people out there who do not have the ability to understand human feelings, but dogs, they can smell it. This is so incredible. And this was the last point I have on my list. I hope there was something new for you. And well, if you have a dog, you can be more fascinated right now about them. Well, they can't talk, they don't understand our words, but they understand us in a deeper way. I often heard that people thought, my dog understands me, my dog knows how I feel, and well, yeah, he might know how you feel, but not because you tell him, or you show him, or he's just a good listener. No, no, no. It's because the dog smells that incredible good. Well, yes, I will end this video now. Thank you so much for watching. I will go for a walk with this cute little thing here. Her name is Abby, by the way. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day, a beautiful evening. As I already said, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can write them down in the description. If you want to know more about dogs, like really training stuff, I have a free ebook that you can download there, and you should definitely visit theoutdogs.com. This is our homepage. We offer perfect service, really perfect service. But yeah, I would love to meet you there. Thank you so much for watching for the third time. Bye bye.